Welcome, dear student, in the second chapter of your English textbook, that is Daydreams. Children, as you can see on the given slide, there are two different pictures. One picture is of dream and another picture is of daydream. So children, what is the difference between these two pictures? Okay, let me tell you. In the first picture, we find that the boy is sleeping and he is dreaming about something. Okay, but in the other picture, we find that the girl, she is awake but she is dreaming about something. So, dream is a series of thoughts or images and sensations occurring in a person's mind during sleep, whereas daydreams is a set of pleasant thoughts about something that you would like to do or achieve, but which is not lively. So, this is a difference between dream and the daydream. So, children, let's begin the chapter that is daydreams. Once there lived a couple who spent a lot of time in idle talk. One day, husband said, I have always wanted to keep cows. If, by chance, I get some extra money from somewhere, I am going to buy a few cows. Means, in this story, there is a couple who keep doing idle talk. Idle talk means useless talk. Once the husband told his wife that he always wished to have few cows. If he gets some money from somewhere, he will buy few cows. But that means a lot of work. You have to feed the cows, walk them, bathe them. Cow needs a lot of looking after. One cow would be enough. There's no need to buy more cows, said the wife. Means, when the wife heard that her husband wanted to buy more cows, she told her husband that taking care of cow is so difficult. Every day they have to feed them, they have to bathe them, milk them, so it will be very difficult for them, so better not to buy any more cows. But think of all the milk we will get if we buy more, said the husband. That's true, the wife agreed. There will be so much milk that we can even have plenty of dahi and butter and ghee. Wouldn't it be lovely? How lucky that I have all these earthen pots kept aside. I will use one of the pots for milk, one for dahi, and one for butter. The ghee I will put in another jar, and I will use this remaining pot to send milk to my sister. Means, so the husband told her, if we will buy more cows, we can get lots of money. We can make more dairy products from that milk. Finally, wife agreed on buying more cows. Then she started imagining that if she will get plenty of milk from cows, she will make dahi, butter and ghee. And she also become happy because she already have some earthen pots in house. So she can put all the dahi, butter and ghee in that earthen pots. Further, she said her husband that she will keep one extra pot aside and she will send some milk to her dear sister who is living next to her village. Send milk to your sister. Who said you could send milk to your sister? There will be a plenty of milk if we have so many cows. Why shouldn't I send it to my sister? Because we are going to sell it in the market. That's why. I will decide what to do with all that milk. And not a drop of it goes to your sister. Remember. Children, let's have the explanation of the given paragraph. By listening to her wife, the husband was surprised. He told her wife that how could she send the milk to her sister? Then the wife replied, if we have many cows, then there is no wrong or to worry to send some milk to my dear sister. Then the husband told her that he is going to sell all the milk in the market and earn money. Later, the husband got angry. He told her wife that he is not going to allow her to give a drop of milk to anyone or to her sister. Further, he said he will only decide what to do with the milk. I will see how you can stop me from sending a pot full of milk to my dear sister. I do all the hard work running after the cows, so naturally I will decide what happens to the milk. Just try stopping me, the wife exclaimed. Is that so? Shouted the husband. Watch this then. He began to lift and smash the earthen pots one by one. His wife began to scream. The wife also got angry and told her husband that she is taking care of cows. She is doing all the hard work after them. So she has full right to send a pot full of milk to her dear sister. She again quarrelled with her husband and said, I will decide what to do with the milk. Then they both began to fight. Later, husband took the earthen pot one by one and smashed it. He started breaking all the earthen pot. By looking this, the wife got scared and she began to scream. She started crying loudly. Gopal Bhand, who was passing by, heard all the commotion and rushed inside. The word commotion means a lot of noise. When he heard what had happened, he picked up a stout stick that stood in a corner and began to swish it through the air and pound it on the floor. The husband and the wife were both astounded to see his antics. The word astounded means very surprised, and the word antics means silly or unusual way of behaving. So let's have the explanation of the given paragraph. Gopal Bhand, who was passing by, heard all the commotion and rushed inside. When he heard what had happened, he took the stick and started swishing it into the air. He also started hitting the stick on the floor. The husband and wife both get surprised after seeing Gopal Bhand's strange behavior. What are you doing? They inquired. Move aside, said Gopal Bhand. I have to drive away your greedy cows. You have let them wander, and now they are ruined my field of beans and cucumbers. Oh, my lovely field of beans and cucumbers. Gopal Bhand told them that their cows have entered in his field of beans and cucumbers, and now they are destroying his lovely field of beans and cucumbers. So he is trying to keep them away from his field. But you don't have a field of beans and cucumbers, said the husband. As soon as he said that, Gopal Bhand stopped wielding the stick and looked at him with raised eyebrows. The husband and wife understood what he was trying to tell them. Can you tell what he wanted to say? The husband said to the Gopal Bhand that he did not have any field of beans and cucumbers. When husband said this, the husband and wife understand that what Gopal Bhand was willing to say. Children, can you tell that what Gopal Bhand wanted to say? To the husband and the wife? Yes. The Gopal Bhand wanted to say to the husband and wife that stop daydreaming and work hard to fulfill your dreams as well as your wishes. So the moral of the story is, do not just daydream but work hard to fulfill your dreams. Children, let us discuss the evaluation section of the given chapter. So the first question that we have, that is, complete the following statement with the help of the given story. So the first one, if by chance I get some extra money from somewhere dash. So the answer is, I am going to buy a few cows. Second one, there will be plenty of milk dash. So the answer is, if we have so many cows. Third one, watch this then. He began to dash. So the answer is, lift and smash the earthen pots one by one. Fourth one, I have to drive away dash. So the answer is, your greedy cows. Fifth question, but you don't have dash. So the answer is, a field of beans and cucumbers. Children, let's proceed to the next question, that is, complete the following web diagram. So children, for doing the web diagram, you have to read the question thoroughly and accordingly that you have to write the answers. So the question is, things obtained from milk. So children, what are the different things that we get from the milk that we have to fill in these boxes? So what are the different things that we get from the milk? Such as, we get butter, we get curd, ghee, dahi, paneer, buttermilk, etc. Children, let's move further. Question number 3. Write the synonym of the following. The word synonyms means same meaning. So the first word that we have here, that is commotion. So the meaning of the commotion is a lot of noise. Let's come to the next word, that is astounded. So the meaning of astounded is very surprised. Next one, antics means silly or unusual way of behaving. Fourth one, wielding means carrying or using something. Children, let's move to the next question, that is question number 4. Answer the following. Let's come to the first question. What did the husband want to buy? So the answer for the question is, the husband wanted to buy few more cows. Next question. What plan did the wife make? So the answer for the question is, the wife made plans to prepare plenty of dahi and butter and ghee. She would use one earthen pot for milk, one for dahi and one for butter. She would put the ghee in a jar. She would use the remaining pot to send milk to her sister. Question number 3. What did Gopal Bhand say he was doing? Answer. Gopal Bhand said that he was driving away the couple's greedy cow from his field. Next question. What did Gopal Bhand want to tell the husband and the wife? So the answer is, Gopal Bhand wanted to tell the husband and wife that they should not argue over their daydreams. They should not fight over something that they do not even have. They should live in the present. Next question. What is the difference between dream and a daydream? So the answer is, a dream is something that one has at night when one is asleep, whereas a daydream comes to one's mind during the day when one is wide awake. Children, let us come to the grammar part of the given chapter. In this chapter, we have two topics in grammar, that is articles and singular and plural forms of noun. So let's begin with the grammar part. Articles. Children, in your 4th standard, you all have studied about the article. As we all know that articles are divided into two parts, That is, there are two types of article, such as definite article and indefinite article. Definite article is the and indefinite article is a and an. Children, let us understand the usage of indefinite article, that is a and an. So children, let us understand the first article, that is a, and its usage. The a is used before the consonant sound. For example, a watch, a van, a cat, etc. So these are the examples of a article, which is generally used with the consonant sound. Let's come to the other indefinite article, that is an. So an is used before a vowel sound. Children, as we all know that there are 5 vowels, that is a, e, I, o, u. So these are the 5 vowels. So for the usage of an article, we are using the vowel sound, that is a, e, I, o, u. So let us look at the given examples, such as an apple, an elephant, an ice cream, etc. The usage of definite article, that is the. The is used when we speak of a particular person, animal, place or things, or sometime already mentioned earlier. So for example, the Ganga, the Himalayas, the Times of India, the Quran. So these are the examples of the definite article, that is the. Children, let us do the given activity, that is fill in the blank with a, an or the. So children, the first two is solved for you and remaining you are going to try by your own. So the first one, Rohan is dash smartest student in dash class. So the answer is Rohan is the smartest student in the class. Second one, the lion is the king of the jungle. Children, remaining questions you are going to do by yourself with the help of the rules given in the slides. Children, let us come to the second topic, that is singular and plural nouns. Children, as we all know that what is singular? Singular means a noun is referred to as singular when it is related to only one person or thing. For example, a house, a bus, a box, etc. Whereas plural is a noun which is referred to as plural when it is related to more than one person or things. For example, houses, buses, boxes. Children, let us understand the rules that we have to follow while we are doing with singular and plural nouns. So the first rule is add s to the singular noun. For example, if the singular is window, so the plural will become windows. Let's come to the next example, that is photo, photos. Second rule, add es to the singular noun that ends in ch, sh, double s and x, and some that ends with o. For example, bench. So the plural form of the bench is benches. So we have to use es at the end of the word. Second one, bush. So the plural form of the bush is bushes. So we have to put es at the end of the word. Next word we have as glass as a singular. So the plural form of the glass is glasses. Fox foxes, potato, potatoes. So these are the certain examples where we are going to use es to the plural. Let's proceed to the third rule, that is words that end in y. So if the singular word ends with y, for example baby, so the plural form will be babies. We have to add ies. Next word that we have, that is story. So the plural form of the story is stories, ies. Let's come to the fourth rule of this, that is words that end in f or fe changes the f or fe to v and es. So let's look at the example. If the singular is shelf, so the plural will become shelves. It means in the place of f, you are going to use ves. Okay. In the other example, if your word ends with fe, so the plural form of the fe will be ves. So children, you have to follow this rule when you are going to deal with the exercise of singular and plural. So children, let us do the given activity based on the singular and the plural forms of the noun. So read the question attentively and with the help of the given rules, complete the following passage with the singular noun forms of each plural noun given in the brackets. So children, you are going to do this by your own self.